Good woman stay down with their man when he's struggling. Damn me that I was. Oops. That's your made move because. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, so I bought this wig. Oh, look at this one. Bought it. And it's brand new for the tag. Let me show you the tag. Brand new wig, right? I am going to install it, but it's kind of, synthetic. So I need it to look more human. So I'm going to add condition to it to loosen the curls. So here you go. This is the condition I'm gonna use. Loosen the curls of it. So I'm putting it on it. I'm gonna so I took a bath and everything. The first time you saw me on the camera where I showed you the wig, I was actually the fun. I just woke up at that time. It was actually early in the morning. That's why I want you. I mean, like, why it's so big? Anyway, so I went on the road and about, it was about 5 o'clock in the morning the first time you saw me. I went on the road, got to stop. I didn't bother to continue because I didn't have any stocking cap. I went on the road to buy one, but this big man, stocking cap here big, so I bought this one. It kind of in a dark like me, but it's alright. See if it can fit my head. Oh, not that bad. Come here, so it's so big. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sew it down. And that's it. I'm not gonna cut it because I realize when I cut it, it rolls back. You keep rolling back, and I don't like that. So I'm just gonna sew it down, and I'm not cutting it. So, oh, and then while all of that was happening, I also took a stop. And I know the first time when I showed you the wig when it had on the tag and so before I started doing anything to it, it was curly, right? It wasn't really curly, but it had curls. So I flat ironed the wig. I like curls, but I don't like curls where it's like a grandma type of curl. I like my curls to be like, structured. And the curls that it had were like grandma curls, and I don't like grandma curls. So I got rid of the grandma curls, basically. So this is how it looks now. Baby genre. It's a genre. So I'm gonna pause the video and then come back when I find the sewing needle and thread. Alright guys, so okay, the camera. Alright, I feel like we're giving on story time while I do it. I'm like, let me see if I can straighten it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna do the thing here. I'm gonna clean the alcohol. I'm gonna clean it off. Clean all the grease off. Alright, no, so I forgot what the glue dry. I forgot the start the story. This story is basically about when I was a Yamabella. Some girl named Yamabella. Alright, so when I met my children's father, this is story about him. He used to do farming. Farm all kind of things, plants, as well as marijuana at the time. So my Kingston girl. So at the time he was doing everything basically to make money, and I used to admire that about him because he would try and make money by working in doing farming and so, and he'd have his little field and so. So anyway, one day, guys, I don't drink, I don't smoke. Don't drink and I don't smoke. This thing keep pulling at the back. I gotta sew it together. I can't deal with the problem. I may burn up again, so before turn on back the fan. This keep pulling at the back. So I'm going to sew it together because I'm not what it is on. So When things gonna basically show this. Yeah, so this story time is basically about when I just met my children. We just start. Well, not just, but months after we start linking, we got in a serious relationship now. And he used to do farming, mixed crop. We farmed a lot of things: sorrel, banana, planting. I don't think we did corn, but we did I say sorry, we did corn. We did corn and we did some other stuff. Banana, corn, and he used to also weed. At least more spraying and not the ear and was spray the ears. Anyway. Okay. Oh, but them some button do it already. So one day everything plant up and we clean sorrel, and I use something and push the part that sorrel would have the connection to the tree stem. You'd break it off the tree stem, and then you have the little part inside that had the connection. So we use something that push it to it, and that what made the hole into the sorrel. I don't want to say it's the bud. I don't really know what you call it. So yeah. So we do that, and sometime we did the sorrel and so forth. So now let me tell you the Yamabella part. So one day we decided to clean the weed now. The weeds. Clean the weeds out the garden. It was time to clean the weeds out the garden, you know. So while we were cleaning the weeds out the garden, when I tell you, it was when I finished cleaning the weeds out the garden, my hand them black. My fingers were black. Well, my two hands were black, because it wasn't just the finger. Even though I used a finger, I didn't know that's all that stuff was, like some residue from the when you're cleaning it, blacking the hands. Oh God, the fingers were black and sticky. And you know, girl come from town. Girl not used to them something here. Girl don't smoke nor drink. I'm a city girl. City girl make them wish like Ray J. So as a city girl, you know, it was new life, but you know, your boy do something and you want to support him. When we finished clean, and it took for hours, and we were there for days, like about 3-4 days doing that. So my boyfriend, because we didn't have any kids at the time, so he was my boyfriend at the time. So I'm like, I'm gonna help my boyfriend make it. Good woman stay down with their man when he's struggling. Damn me that I was. So like a perfect idiot, I convinced myself to me first struggle with him. And so I was there doing everything with him. Let me show you how the boy don't like me now. Let me show you how I know so the boy don't like me now. And I just done self food. And I used to man and I know how cool them can be. The first time I show you the boy don't like me, you know. Let me show you guys how I know. For those who don't speak Patois, let me change it up. For my followers who don't speak Patois, let me try and speak standard English-ish as best I can. As best as I can. So let me show you how I figured out that he didn't like me, right? So this is my boyfriend at this time, and I love him so much. I'm not from the countryside, but he is a country guy. And so some of the stuff that he was doing, like planting and stuff, planting crops and those stuff, I have no idea how it goes, but I was willing to learn because I was in love. So I'm there learning how to plant all of these things and thinking that this man is going to love me for doing the fun. Oh. Let me get the blow dryer, I can't deal with it. Anyway, thinking he's gonna love me for doing all of these things, right? Who wouldn't love a woman that supports you and do all of that to you? But let me show you how I am it. So when everything is finished, normally it was me, him and his cousin. Not gonna call his cousin name, but me and him cousin was there mainly smoking the tree. So I guess after that he decided that me and him should go alone because I don't smoke. So he's guaranteed that I will help him make a profit because I don't smoke. While his cousin is normally smoking the profits. So we went this time by ourselves. No cousin, nobody. Just us. Also we are going to do what we are do. And the rest of the works. Right? So while we were there, so we're going to do a TikTok, you know. And everything. I will do it a lot faster because I guess we talk, but we don't talk about much things, like, you know. Because, you know, me wouldn't know most of the things that men want to talk about for all of them time. So, we just talk. This man decided that we should walk. Let me lock out the fan like how I finish the thing. But it's the fact that the stocking cap is showing. Maybe I should have pulled the stocking cap way back more from my lace. There you go. So make it go and stay in place. Yeah, so now when we're walking, leaving the place now. It's very dry. I don't like dry here. When I leave in the place, he was walking with the bag. He had the bag full of, you know what? Of the herbs of the world. He had the bag full of the herbs, right? And so he was basically walking down the hill. Then he said to me out of the book, because I'm nearsighted, so I wouldn't have seen it. I wouldn't have seen it. But he saw the person and he said to me, babes, police don't listen, you know. So I was like, okay. He's like, when he was what him said, keep calm. We walk up closer. Before we walk up closer, he said to me that I should carry the bag. No, people, this is where Yam Nation kick in now. I don't smoke, I don't drink. I think I wasn't going to college at the time. I dropped out already by that time. I dropped out of Michael Teachers College by that time. So basically I was preparing to go to art college of beauty or something like that. But it was an art college in Tree, across from Winchester. That's the one I ended up going to. So I still had stuff to lose, as well as, most importantly, my freedom. My freedom over a man. Crazy. The dolly them did crazy apparently. Anyway, yeah, so that was the Yamis move. And so he said to me I should take the bag. Guess what girl do? After my mother and father worked so hard for let me go to so much school. If I ever tell you the amount of schools I went to, differently from regular school, I mean like extra classes and so forth, so that I could learn and get good grades. Only for this guy to tell me to carry a bag of weed and get arrested. Only for that, right? Crazy. So at the time though, the Yamness said, of course, he said he convinced me. He was like, he convinced me because at the time he was like, the police he's not gonna suspect anything because I have the bag. If it was him, he probably would search him. So he's saying the officer won't suspect anything and so forth. And I trusted him that he loved me enough to not put me in danger. But looking back at it, I was like, that's the stupidest Yamed move. The stupidest Yamed move, because if somebody loves you, they're not going to put you in danger. They're not going to put you in danger. Somebody love you, they're going to not going to tell you to carry it or do anything like that. He loved himself. And now in the future, when the person's actions show you that they're a person who loved themselves, you're like, but if I had paid attention to the signs from earlier stage, I would have known that he loves only himself. who does that? Who's going to tell? Remember, I don't plant. Well, I helped him do it, because he was my boyfriend. But generally, I don't smoke, so I wouldn't have been near any of those stuff, much as to be planting it. And I am here helping you, thinking that you're loving me, and what you want is to set me up for me to look like an idiot, for me to lose my freedom and go into jail over something that I don't even smoke. And so me, and then people treat it how you want, or you accept them to treat it, because if I had never allowed him to feel, let me show you how tall it is. If I can't get up, I'm a fatty now. Yeah, if I had never allowed him to feel like I was stupid enough to let him do that, then he wouldn't have done it. I think I have to curl. He gave me the bag, and I took it. I took the bag from him. So I had the bag now in my hand, walking up. And as we get closer and closer and closer to the officer, my heart is like this: boom, 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 because the closer I get, I want to faint. Something is saying, if this policeman hold on fire, you're done for. Your mother come beat you up down a station. Fool. I turn up my fan, me I burn up. I'm gonna have to clean that area up back, but let me finish the sides. So walking past the officer, see, I'm gonna use a dark shade, this shade, and I'm gonna cover up the lace. Passing the police officer, right? I can still see the lace. And what's true, me I sweat, Alright, so see it here, so I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna do the baby hair. So now the guy, I need a tail comb. The guy, the officer, I'm passing the police officer, and my heart is beating. Reach closer and closer to the officer, my heart a beat like a freaking bus passed through and hit me. My heart is beating so fast. My mouth, officer, and he did not, like my children's father said, he did not suspect anything. And luckily, he did not smell anything. When I reached up the stairs now, because we were actually going back to his mother's house, or his family's house. And when I reached up the stairs, I think his uncle and some other family members was there, and you want hear them boost me up for be idiot, no? Hear them, no? They were there, so they saw what was happening. When I come up with the thing, they realized what it was. And plus, they know what he does, so he was doing, so they figured that more or less that is it. And they were like, yes, real girl, this. A real one. Cause the way how she has stepped past the officer with the thing in her hand. And so when I was reaching the room, he was like, go on upstairs, go on upstairs. He was like, go upstairs. I'm not speaking like how he says, so go on upstairs, go on upstairs, but that means go upstairs. The fun on, but alright, I'm lock it up. But yeah, that's what happened. I walked past the officer, went in safely. God was on my side. God was on my side. It wasn't me. It was God on my side, because I was so stupid at that time. But yeah, that is it. Iron to do my edges. Don't want it too hot. Not even here. and subscribe. Tell a friend to come over.